Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom reviews. You see by title below, yes, this is on episode 4 of Fuuka, and this episode, it was definitely still a lot of Fuuka. Now, like I said before, I'm not really like fully picking a side right now. I do like Koyuki for several reasons. I do like Fuuka for several reasons, but I just feel like right now this anime would be good without a love triangle. Like, they barely showed anything with Koyuki. I expected more in this episode of her, showing what happened after, before, with Fuuka ends up running away. And instead it comes to this point where, Yu is completely oblivious to how, Koyuki feels about him. And she ends up saying, like, it was super sad, honestly, to see her face, like, oh, I guess she just misunderstood because we're just friends, that's all we are. And I'm just like, man, poor Koyuki. And then that was pretty much everything for her. They show her one more time after that, and it's really just with her people about to leave, and they notice the singing, and like, oh, that's a hedgehog song. And that was pretty much it. Now, I'm not saying that, we're not going to see, maybe we'll see a little bit later on. This is only the 4th episode in, even if there are only 12 episodes, in this season. And it's possible maybe we will have a second season later on, and that will, delve more into Koyuki. But, like, right now, I'm enjoying the anime if it just didn't have Koyuki in it. Not saying I don't like Koyuki. I'm saying that it would just be nice to have it with, Yu and Fuuka, kind of a romance kind of thing. And, her slowly, the bands coming together and everything. That would be, honestly, a really good anime. But instead, they want to put this love triangle thing in. So I'm wondering when it will become a love triangle, because I still don't really consider it a love triangle, considering... No, you know what? I do consider it a love triangle, but it just feels way too one-sided at the moment. It's all about Fuuka. You have this episode where, obviously, she's really mad at him. Or not really mad at him. She wants to apologize throughout the episode as well. But her and Yu, there's obviously problems between them. But when it comes to the point with Mikasa helping them out, he asks, what does, she mean to you? And Yu pretty much, he pretty much confesses to her, saying, like, he needs her there, smiling kind of thing. He can't work. He can't be on the beach, but, it feels super lonely. He can't do this, he can't do that. He needs her there smiling. If she's not there smiling, it feels pretty much like he's incomplete. So, in a way, we already pretty much have it so one-sided that he doesn't even recognize, the feelings that Koyuki has for him. And he kind of just sees her literally as a friend, and didn't see any of the interactions that they had at the docking area, wherever they were, as anything else. That whole point where she's like leaning on him and everything, holding him, and he's like, what's wrong? And she's like, oh, I tripped for that long. I don't think anyone would trip for that long and hold on to something for that long, especially after the whole thing with Fuuka coming, and she then goes back in, to hold him. How stupid can you get? But then again, that's how a lot of these, main characters for animes are. They're with harems, they're always super oblivious and idiotic. A lot of the times don't notice these kind of things. Not idiotic, but they're really, dense and oblivious to things. This one, it's kind of in the same way, love triangle. So he does have 2 girls liking him. He doesn't recognize the other one liking him. And, like, a lot of times he doesn't even recognize that Fuuka likes him. Probably still doesn't recognize it. Obviously, she kind of knows his feelings for her. And, she does care about him and everything, that kind of stuff. But it's not really cemented in there. But you do see that there is a lot of progress and a lot of character development going on between Fuuka and Yu. Which, honestly, it's nice. Like I said, if it was just that, there was no love triangle, I would completely be enjoying this anime. But with the addition of it being a love triangle, and with it only being a 12 episode season, we're going to have, come down to it being rushed a lot, right? So we're focusing, we need to have a split, to be honest, what's going on. So if they don't focus on Koyuki in the next coming episodes, I will really honestly be scared on how, they will do this love triangle. But it's looking to be like it's either she's gonna be a main focus in the next couple episodes, where we see that maybe you will finally realize how she feels about him, or we will just keep pushing on more and more with Fuuka, and then maybe there's a second season. Maybe that's what they're going for. I'm not too sure how the manga is or anything like that, but that's how it looks to be going at the moment. Which, if that's how it is, then I understand, and hopefully there will be a second season if that's how it is. But at the moment, this episode overall, how did I feel about it? Like I said, wish there could have been more, focus on Koyuki and everything. It did feel like she was thrown into this part as just like a development for Fuuka and everything. But overall, it was nice to see how much, they mean to each other, and, obviously the kind of confession that he does make. And then, of course, we do find out the other part of it is, the other part of this anime besides the romance and love triangle part is the music side, to which you do see, finally the push for the band coming together. We do see that we find out their counselor or teacher, whatever, their teacher is actually the pianist. Yeah, I said pianist, not penis. Pianist for the Hedgehogs band that they all love. She brings their friend, which is the guitarist. The guy that they've been with the whole time, with working there, is actually the drummer the whole time. So it was pretty cool to see that. I was wondering how they were gonna, he had a drum set. So I was wondering how it was gonna be with that. Was he gonna be their drummer, or was it like something like this? And that is what it ends up being. They tested out with her singing, to which I may add, they just throw the bass. They don't throw it physically to him, but they pretty much just put it onto you and say, hey, you go and play this. You just gotta play this chord and this chord, like that. And pretty much during the whole performance, he didn't play at all. He just like mesmerized by Fuuka. We see the angel wings kind of thing coming out again. That seems to be like a huge thing that they like to put in. I'm wondering if there's gonna be a point where maybe you see that with Koyuki as well. But pretty much that was the whole episode. Most of the episode was kind of just the beginning part with, Fuuka getting mad and him, the whole thing with Koyuki. And then, of course, just obviously kind of a fight between between Fuuka and Yu. And obviously, Yu trying to do something about it. He pretty much crashes and burns by how he pretty much calls her a stranger. She still wants to apologize, but things just don't work out, and they're kind of just avoiding each other until finally the whole band thing comes along. He stands up for her, obviously, to their senpai who wants to have her join the track, and then it ends up being that he ends up being the drummer as well, which was quite interesting. Like, she full on just throws anyone in. Hey, you're gonna be our bassist. You're gonna be our drummer. You're gonna be in the band too. Like, you don't have a choice, pretty much, And he's just like, literally took the words out of my mouth. Like, that's how it would be too. Huh? Like, really? You can't. I'm gonna be your drummer now? You should not have told her that you played for your brother's band before. Like, literally should not have told her. But yeah, I guess now we have pretty much almost all of the band. I'm pretty sure she's not going to be playing the guitar. Maybe she will be playing the guitar and singing, but I don't even know if she knows how to play the guitar, so we may still have another character being introduced. I think I did see in the opening a girl going to be their guitarist, so that should be interesting to see when they introduce her and maybe get more singing, because I did like the performance. It wasn't like her voice honestly didn't match when the singing voice and her normal voice, but it was still pretty cool. I still enjoyed it. I always love listening to music in anime, and I definitely did enjoy that performance that they did have, and definitely am excited to see what's going to be happening in the next couple episodes. And like I said, there's a number of different ways it can go. Either we will have a focus on Koyuki, or instead we'll continue on focusing on Fuuka and focusing on their band, along with maybe like also the chance that later on in the future we will see the singer and the bassist from the Hedgehogs come in as well, since right now at the moment it looks like the drummer is going to be teaching them and everything, so that should be exciting to see as well. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say, guys. Overall, I enjoyed the episode for what it was, but like I said, I do have I'm kind of scared on how it could be with the love triangle, and I really just wish they wouldn't involve a love triangle, because unless there's a second season, we will feel completely, everything will be completely rushed, and all of a sudden it seems like this relationship with Koyuki just comes out of nowhere and they just force the love triangle down our throat. Now if there's a second season, I can definitely see this working out, and hopefully that is how it, will end up turning out. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Until next time, see ya.